Leaders of various cooperative societies have converged in Nairobi to discuss the draft cooperative policy that is set to change how SACCOs and cooperatives run their affairs. The leaders are strongly opposing some of the proposals in the policy, such as the proposed two-term limit for elected cooperative leaders, age limit, education qualifications, role of the county government, and management of the proposed Cooperative Development Fund, among other issues. Now, once the recommendations are approved, the policy will be tabled to Cabinet for approval and then forwarded to Parliament for adoption as a sessional paper. Our business reporter Lillian Kiari has been following up that story and now joins us live with more details. Lillian?
Zainab, the last time the cooperative policy was reviewed was about 22 years ago. So today's meeting is quite crucial because it is set to give guidelines on how cooperative leaders will be able to carry out their affairs. Note that a lot has changed with devolution coming into place, and the counties have been given a lot of roles, especially to oversee how counties run their affairs. The cooperative movement is quite large, noting that in 2017 it was able to mobilize savings of about 700 billion shillings. The cooperative movement has assets running up to 1 trillion shillings. They say that about 14 million Kenyans are part of the cooperative movements, with about 22,000 registered cooperatives. So for today's meeting, I'm going to be talking to SACCO CEO, Mr. Daniel Marube, who's going to be telling us more on those things that they are opposing on this policy, noting that this policy is looking at the age limit of SACCO leaders. It's also looking at the education qualifications, and it's also going to be looking at key issues of who will be handling what affairs from the county government and the national government. So, Mr. Marube, you can tell us which are some of these issues that you're discussing today.
Thank you very much indeed. Today is a great day for the cooperative movement. It's an exciting day because today we have leaders from all over the country. We have been looking at the details of the proposed cooperative policy, which we have been waiting for the last 9 years since we enacted our national constitution, which devolved a lot of functions to the county government. And since then, we don't have any policy or legal framework that can be able to support the county governments to provide and give services to the cooperatives at their respective counties. So really, some of the areas that we looked at today is good governance. So we are saying cooperatives have grown, the SACCOs have grown, we are holding a lot of resources of our members. So we are saying that within our policy, we want a policy that stipulates and provides for good governance and leadership so that the members can have faith and trust and put more resources in our cooperative societies.
Mr. Marube, you can tell us some of the key issues which are having contentious issues that are in this policy that you're discussing today.
Yeah, number one, we have been looking at the issues of age limit, academic qualification, and the term limit that the elected leaders should be able to be in office. And today we have resolved that the age, academic qualification, and the term limit is not necessary to be put in our policy or in a legal requirement. We have left that to be dealt with by individual members at their respective cooperative societies, because we didn't find any correlation or relationship between age, term limit, and education to corruption and matters of misappropriation of resources within the cooperative society.
There is the issue of non-remittance, where you will find an employer is set to be remitting some amount of money to a SACCO, but they have not been doing this. So what are you proposing about this?
We have proposed, this is a biggest problem we are having now. Over 2 billion shillings is being held by employers who have deducted salaries from their staff or employees, and yet they have not remitted that money to the cooperative societies. So this is the biggest challenge we are having at the moment, and we are proposing very severe penalties on the owners of those companies, employees of those parastatals and the county government who are not remitting these funds. So we are recommending for very, very, very severe punishment on those people involved.
Any proposals on those people who are starting SACCOs or who are misappropriating funds of SACCOs?
Yeah, now after the policy has been enacted into a sessional paper, then when we're doing the law, now we will put those punitive law that would even include life imprisonment for people who are misappropriating people's funds, and also we would want to go home and sell the properties of those particular people who are being involved, so that it can become a serious lesson for any person who wants to come in and with an intention of misappropriating the resources of the members.
So Zainab, these are some of the issues we are going to be talking about. We're going to be following up on these and other issues, and we will update you on other subsequent bulletins.